Hi, welcome back to Papa John's Pantry. Remember to like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and if you have any questions or comments for me, reach out to me at papajohnspantry@gmail.com. Today we're making goulash. I'm not doing anything real different except adding some peppers. Then your classic standard recipe. So I'm using about 2 pounds of ground beef. We're going to be using a cup of peppers, a cup of onions. You can use fresh vegetables. I'm using frozen. I'm going to be using 2 cups of peas. I'm going to cook elbows up to the sides because this always gets elbows. And then I'm going to be using a drained can of stewed tomatoes that I'm going to cut up. If you can find the ones already diced, great. And then this is going to get a tablespoon of garlic salt and a tablespoon of black pepper. So I'm going to start with a little starter oil, about a tablespoon or so, not even. Just enough to get this frying. I'm using my electric frying pan because I like to. Because then I can keep all my ingredients over here with me, and it saves some energy. But if you're on a stovetop, low to medium flame for this. We're going to go ahead and pretty much put everything in here except for the tomatoes to start with. Once I have everything in here, my meat's still a little frozen. I'm going to... which is fine. If you got stuffed starter, that's a separate recipe. You can just put that right into your noodles and sauce, and then you can skip the cooking of the meat and stuff if you want, and then just put the peas in with your tomato sauce, because that's something else you're going to be using too. Is a one normal size jar of your favorite tomato sauce. So it's goulash, pretty much a spaghetti with elbow noodles. It's its own kind of Italian. All right, I'm using 2.5 cups, so I'm not putting away a silly amount back in my freezer. One of those things just doesn't need to have any special. Doesn't need to be exact on the measurements. I'm going to go ahead and put my seasonings right in here so that... Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm still on. I had a notification go off. I'm going to put my seasonings right into the pan. Someday I'll get my own separate camera. And then I probably won't be able to cook anymore. Alright, tablespoon of garlic salt, tablespoon of black pepper. I know it seems like not a lot, but this will, the peas and the meat will suck up a ton of this seasoning, and you'll barely even taste it. All right, and we're gonna stovetop again, low to medium flame, and just start, every couple of minutes give this a stir. Being beef, we're gonna cook it well, ground beef, we're gonna cook this well done. All right, in the meantime, I'm gonna get my noodles boiling on the stove. I'll catch you in a few minutes once this is cooked down a little bit. So as we go, I'm using a wooden spoon for now. Just gonna take and break up our beef as we go. Alright, sorry for being so scatterbrained in the introduction. I've had a lot of, I just got a lot on my mind this week. Had a bunch of doctor's appointments and stuff, and just thinking, that's all. So if you got frozen meat like this, just take it, flip it over, and just break it up ever so slowly. There's no race on this. All right, and the peas. And this was gonna, if you're using canned peas instead of the frozen ones, drain them, and it'd be about 2 cans worth, or one of the big. You could use like one of the. I know like Green Giant's got a pretty big, it's like 1.5 cans worth of peas. You can use that as well. Like I said, the amount of peas really, that's part of the, that's just what makes goulash goulash. So you want to pea it up and go crazy, add 20 cans of peas. That's up to you, however many peas you want to put in there. This recipe here is going to have about 2.5 cups. All right, I'll catch you once this is pretty much all cooked up. Now, this is something you could easily do in your Dutch oven on top of the stove. And you can put a lid on it too. Make it cook a little faster if you want. If you're using frozen meat. Once this is done, you know, the meat will be brown and not pink. We're going to take this and then drain it, not rinse it, just drain it in the colander in the sink. And then we're going to add our tomato sauce. I'm going to dice up this can of drained stewed tomatoes, add it, and then we're going to mix them with our done elbow noodles. And that is goulash. I'll see you once the meat's all set up and I drain it. Alright, catch you in a little bit. So just keep cooking until all the pink's gone. This has about 3-4 more minutes left on it. And then I'm going to drain this in the colander in the sink. And then I'll show you what we're going to do after that. Alright, I'll catch you when this is done and drained. Alright, welcome back. So, meat's done. I got a 16-ounce box of macaroni that's just about done. I got a 14.5-ounce can of stewed tomatoes here that I'm going to drain and chop up just a little bit. Like if you can find the pre-diced tomatoes, or you can use fresh tomatoes, or don't put the extra tomatoes in here at all. But go ahead and use the pre-diced tomatoes in the can instead of doing this. Just gives it a little more texture. Alright, so there's that. Get you back on camera here. Alright, if you're doing this in the Dutch oven or whatnot on your stove, or like a frying pan on your stove, this can be on medium now, or not medium, low, because everything's warm. All we got to do now is just heat the sauce up and then stir it into our macaroni noodles once you're done. Alright, so just heat this up to a gentle boil, a nice slow simmer, and we are good to go. Alright, I'll catch you. This looks like ketchup on the video, that's funny. I'll catch you when it's time to add this to the noodles. Alright, see you in a few minutes. Alright, so we're bubbling away. This is all done. We're going to add this to our macaroni. If you only got one pan, you know, do your macaroni first. Put it off the side with a little oil on it to keep it from sticking. And then you can cook all this stuff up. I'm going to carefully add this. We all have different definitions of carefully. Alright, so I'm going to carefully add our meat mixture to our pasta. Only thing with these I love the selecting fry pan. When it comes to stuff like this, though, it's kind of a goofy shape to dump from that pan into another one like I just did. And this is goulash. Let me finish stirring this up. In fact, let me grab a serving spoon now. Like I said, sorry for all the stuttering and stuff today on the video. So I am doing this before I'm no longer able to do this. So, those of you on the cooking and medical journey with me, thank you. All right, let me portion this out into a bowl. You know, you can sprinkle this with your favorite cheese and whatnot. All right, there's goulash. Thanks for watching.